today's society is filled with addictions, whether you realize it or not. Some of them more obvious, some of them less obvious. Today I'm covering what I think is one of the more underrated addictions of our time, and that is YouTube. That's funny because, I'm posting this video to YouTube, but hey, whatever. This isn't to say YouTube's all bad, of course. I love YouTube. I use YouTube every day. But I can definitely, look back and say, you know what, I probably am addicted to YouTube, So this video is targeted to somebody like me. So yeah, let me just get into some statistics for you real quick, right? 95% of Americans 18 to 29 use YouTube, and it's actually the most used social platform, which is, kind of crazy because that's a very competitive space. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's on social media nowadays, and there's multiple social media platforms, and YouTube is the most used and most popular one, probably. People 30 to 49, 92% of them use YouTube. People 50 to 64, 85% of them use YouTube. 65 plus, 64% of them use YouTube. So even the unks and the boomers are using YouTube. You know what I'm saying? And of course, the teenagers 13 to 17, 95% of them use YouTube. All right, now let's get into some daily use statistics. Teens 13 to 17, 73% of them say they use it daily, which is kind of crazy. That's like 1 in every 4. And 15% of them say they actually use it constantly, so throughout the entire day. You know what I'm saying? 18 to 29, 66% of them say they use it daily. So that's about 2/3, which is also crazy. I'm in that age bracket, so I would definitely say I use it daily. So, I'm involved in that 66%, definitely. 30 to 49, 54% of them use it daily. 50 to 65, 45% of them use it daily. That one probably surprised me the most. And then 65 and up, 27% of them use it daily. So yeah, a lot of people are using it every day, even the older people. You know what I'm saying? Let's go into YouTube as a news source. So all U.S. adults. These statistics are for all U.S. adults, right? So all those age brackets, 18 and up. In 2020, it was about 23% that would say they used YouTube as a news source. But as recently as 2024, that shot up to 32%, which is a 39% increase. And obviously, it's very important where you're getting your information from, because, in today's day and age, there's so much misinformation and so much like information that may have some truth to it, but in all actuality is like, they add details to get clicks or views or interactions or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, this is crazy. You know what I'm saying? YouTube has been on the up and up for a very, very long time. To be honest, when I was looking up these statistics, it didn't even really surprise me that much that it's being used this much, because I use it so much in my daily, in my day-to-day, and a lot of my friends do. You know what I'm saying? And there is a lot of good stuff on YouTube. This isn't, once again, I'm posting this video to YouTube. This isn't to shit on YouTube or to say it's ass or you shouldn't watch it, because shit, I watch YouTube every day, and I have found a lot of good, videos on YouTube about different topics. I've gotten good financial advice off YouTube. I've gotten good advice on working out. I've gotten good, general life advice. I've used it to study for school, all kinds of things. I've found plenty of great things on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? But on the same token, for just as much good, genuine content there is on YouTube, there is probably just as much slop and stuff that you probably shouldn't even be putting in your brain, for real. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, like all the different YouTube drama and the beefs, and back in the day, a big one was the diss tracks. The diss track era was crazy. Like, honestly, that's like, it's fun to keep up with. It's really just like, in a way, it's kind of like a reality show. Like, it is kind of useless. I mean, I guess it is entertaining, But some of it is just downright like, why am I even watching this? I'm just wasting my time. I'm filling my head with information that I don't even need. You know what I'm saying? It's, you know, in the shorts. Oh, Jesus. I've gotten caught up on the shorts. I wish, I don't know. If anybody knows how to get rid of shorts on their YouTube page, please let me know, because I would love to just not even have them there, you know? Like, I don't know. The short form content in general is just slopified and terrible for your brain. And like all the different dating shows and like all that stuff, like, it's cool, it's entertaining, but a lot of times it's kind of just like meaningless and a way to pass time, and it doesn't really add value to your life. If anything, it probably takes away value, because you probably do that instead of doing something that you should be doing, like homework, or, you know, you're ingesting that content instead of some content that could provide you with some real information. But yeah, when you're on YouTube, man, it's like, you know, you just have to be intentional with what you're watching. And obviously, sometimes we don't want to be intentional. We just want to watch some bullshit, watch some shit that, you know, some drama stuff just to fucking, you know, because we just got home from a long day. We want to relax, be entertained. I get that. But it's not good to do that every night and every day and every time you watch YouTube. That's not good, because then you're just filling your brain constantly all the time with stuff that you just don't need to be thinking about, stuff that doesn't need to be taking up space in your brain. And I think something that plays a big part into YouTube use, at least for me, is like, what's the alternative to watching YouTube? For me, it's like shows or anime or streaming services. You know what I'm saying? When I want to sit down and watch something, it's either YouTube or like a streaming service where I'm watching a show or a movie, right? With YouTube, it feels like less of a commitment, because I could just throw on YouTube and watch this video, unless I'm watching like a series from a YouTuber, then, you know, I don't have to like it. I'm not committing to watching a certain amount of shows. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you start a show on Netflix or you start a new anime, it's like, oh, now I feel like I gotta watch this whole show. You know what I'm saying? With YouTube, it's casual. You could just throw it on and watch a video, put a video on in the background. You don't even got to pay attention to it while you're doing other stuff. But yeah, it feels a lot like way more casual and way less commitment compared to other things that, you know, you could be watching, like a show or a movie. And I think it's not necessarily a bad thing to choose YouTube over a show or a movie. But once again, it depends on what you're deciding to watch on YouTube. You feel what I'm saying? Because some shows, man, like and I feel terrible, because some of my friends been telling me to watch shows forever, but I'm just on YouTube because low-key I'm addicted to that shit. You feel what I'm saying? And some of these shows, you know, are really entertaining, and they're really like, they're pieces of art. And I wish I could have conversations about it with my friends sometimes. Like if they're talking about something, and like my friend's been telling me to watch Naruto forever. And I started it at one point and I got kind of far, but then I fell off because of, you know, the whole commitment thing and stuff like that. And then like YouTube is just a way, like, I don't have to pay attention. I don't feel like I gotta pay attention totally, fully. You feel what I'm saying? Because once again, it's just way more casual. You know, if I threw Naruto on, I'd be like, okay, I gotta pay attention because I want to know what's going on in the story. But if I just throw a fucking cut episode on about like, oh, I have these couples gotta reveal something to each other, like, I could kind of just watch and not really pay attention too much. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, definitely an addiction that you may not realize you had. I didn't really become hip to it until recently, when I had deleted social media for like 2 months, and I was like, now I'm just watching YouTube all the time. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm like, damn, fuck, maybe I'm addicted to YouTube too. Shit. So yeah, just something to think about. Just when you're on YouTube, man, be intentional. Be intentional. Try to watch good content. Try to consume good content. I know it's hard, and I know sometimes you don't always want to do that. Sometimes You know, you want to enjoy a little slop fest, and there's nothing wrong with that from time to time. I do as well. You know what I'm saying? But just try not to do it too often. Yeah. All right. Stay safe.